You'll never guess who's against the US and Iran peace agreements. Think about it. Who could it be? Who could it be? Oh man, shocker. Just hours after the peace agreement, Netanyahu tells Trump they refuse to be a part of it and will not withdraw from Lebanon. It's because all of this is for greater Israel. If you don't want to believe me, believe this former Mossad agent who is literally telling us their next steps are to take Turkey and Egypt. That's why they're attacking Lebanon. It's for greater Israel.
I'm not so sure that we will have as easy a time with the Turks as we've had with the Iranians. I've been following Turkish military doctrine, and
the strongest army in the Middle East.
The storm is coming.
Yes, of course. And they're a member of NATO.
And even worse, they're a member of NATO. So I look at Iran as a problem we absolutely have to finish, and I'll explain what I mean by that. Gaza, same thing, and the Hezbollah. Why? Why am I fixated on this now? Because we have to be prepared for the next war, which will be probably against Turkey and Egypt. So,
let's hope not.
I hope not also, but we, hope, you remember, it was the last demon out of Pandora's box, and there's a reason for that.
The American-Israeli split is happening right now in front of our eyes. Trump has spent the whole day attacking Israel at the G7 summit in front of the world, looking to the Iranians saying the relationship is normal. Also calling the Iranians nice people to deal with. They're strong and smart people. If it weren't for the United States, Israel would not exist right now. Netanyahu has to be more responsible with respect to Lebanon. Who could forget the most important thing is the Iranian peace deal? He says the agreement is about one thing: Iran will never have a nuclear weapon, and says the rest of it is irrelevant. Now, we all understand that this is not acceptable for Israel. They want a regime change. They want Iran to stop funding their allies. They want Iran's ballistic missiles to be destroyed. We all know it was never about nuclear weapons, but Trump says it is. To the Israelis, the world now hates you. Trump is very mad at you. He's dropping the F-bomb, cussing out Netanyahu to reporters. I'm sure there's a lot of conspiracies, but the truth is that Israel is now far weaker than they've ever been, and Trump seems okay with that. Comment if you believe it, follow for more.
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to my power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makakwadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, being great examples to us younger brothers. Peace and blessings to those who elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. I'm the brother Quadar from the GMS Bench Chicago, coming back with another video. This video is going to be entitled Amalek's Angry About Peace Agreements. And I put in parentheses, peace and safety. Okay, because they're claiming that Bibi Netanyahu is angry with Trump when it comes to this peace deal, which we know that's not going to last. Okay, but I believe this dude Bibi is dead already. I believe he's been dead. Whoever's next in that chain of command, just like Iran delayed on announcing that their leader was dead before his son took over, I believe this dude Bibi has already passed away. And we understand Trump is still reporting to them, but they went ahead and went through with this peace deal, with Iran, which is not going to last, obviously, because the Lord's will is going to prevail no matter what. Okay, but there's tension between Trump and these Amalekites, okay, because Trump is trying to calm shit down. He's to the point where he's like, man, I'm tired of this shit. But they're like, nah, you gon' remember, hey, you gonna do what we tell you. You gonna do what the fuck we tell you to do. Yeah, you gonna do what the hell what we tell you to do, man. That's causing friction. And they might take this dude Trump out. They might take him out. I'm just speaking through the spirit, just speaking as a man, that's in the spirit. But they might take him out, but even if they don't, it's whatever. But this is Esau, man. Okay, it says Trump goes after Netanyahu as he pursues deal with Iran. It says put in their friendship to the test. And I'm just going around just reading these titles of these articles from these credible sources. It says Iran's deal presents political nightmare for Netanyahu. This time, Trump and Netanyahu have really fallen out. Trump-Netanyahu tensions reach a new high, complicating Iran deal. Netanyahu pays the political price for Trump's Iran deal. Netanyahu furiously scrambles to meet with Trump over Iran deal. 1 second. All right. Let me read this right here. There's another one. Yep, this one right here from the Time magazine. It says, Trump says Netanyahu has to be more responsible with respect to Lebanon. Iran threatens harsh response to Israeli attacks on Lebanon because they're trying to harbor the peace deal between those 1948ers over there and those Elamites, all right, over there in Iran. But Iran wants Lebanon to be off limits, and Amalek's not going for that shit. You know, so even though Trump's trying to make this peace agreement, they just gonna keep hitting Lebanon to the point where Iran like, man, fuck that deal. Okay. It says Trump's agreement with Iran is the moment Netanyahu has been dreading. You know, as you seen in the clips before you. Okay. Let me see. Trump said to yell at Netanyahu, "You're fucking crazy. You'd be in prison if not for me." So it's tension. It's tension. Okay. But we understand this is only going to lead to more conflict because at the end of the day, you know, Trump is Amalek's bitch. Okay. So we understand the that the Most High controls these people, man. That the Most High sealeth the instructions in them. Okay, and as a matter of fact, since I said that, because I was going to get that 1 Thessalonians first, it's all through the Spirit. I'll grab this Job 33. Job 33 and verse 15. It says, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. So the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, he puts his will into your spirit, you know, when you're in deep sleep. You know, you don't have any free will. The Most High is causing these tensions, man. Okay? And ultimately, this is going to get worse. Okay? Because Trump is trying to get reelected. He's trying to get right before the midterms. You know? We understand that. So he's trying to pull every little thing out his ass, man. All right? But we understand there's no free will. The Lord controls these people. The Lord controls the battle, man. All right? And the Lord is not going to allow it to die down. All right? Because prophecy has to take place. Proverbs 21:1, it says, the king's heart, all right? The king's mind, all right? The word for heart goes into the Hebrew word lab in the Hebrew, which means your mind. It says, the king's heart, or the king's mind, is in the hand of the Lord. All right? And all of our minds, all of our hearts is in the hand of the Lord. None of us have free will. Okay? It says, is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay? So the Lord controls us. Hey, the Lord is controlling these nations, man. The Lord is controlling the tension. Okay? The Lord is controlling these things. Because there will be no peace. What's that mean? The dude is like, I don't want peace. You know, nigga said, I want problems always, man. All right, that's the spirit that the Lord has put on Amalek. Because ultimately, they want to expand. They want to build that kingdom for themselves on the left-hand side. Okay? So, we see these things. Okay? And we're going to report it in the spirit. Because how many fucking peace deals did they make? How many peace deals have Esau made in general? That he's broken in general? Okay? Those Iranians, they're not stupid. Okay? The Lord is putting the spirit on them to Lord is putting that wild boar spirit on them, man, as the scripture says in 2 Ezra. You know, wild boar is a very dangerous animal, man. And they're going to shoot missiles this way as well. All right, this 1 Thessalonians 5 and verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, and that's what they're talking about right now, a peace deal. Okay? everything's going to be all right. Things going to go back to normal. Oh, is America and Israel finally fighting now? No. You know, prophecy will prevail. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Okay, hey, boom, they hit Lebanon. Boom, Iran said, fuck the deal. We're going to keep fighting. Boom, Strait of Hormuz still closed. Boom, gas prices still going up. Boom, prices of imports still going up. Okay, so that means everything else prices are going up. So it's not going to get better, man. I hate to break it to you, and that's so like I love to break it to you. Okay, it says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that the day shall overtake you as a thief, right? Because we're on our watch, we're made aware, we understand this, we know what's going on. Okay, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Okay, these niggas are in darkness, man. They're gonna get blindsided. All right, the hits that hurt you the most are the ones you don't see coming. That your brain don't process in time, so your body can't brace for the impact. All right, you niggas gonna get hit stick, man. Verse 6: Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that out, man. You know, hey, Amalek's angry about it. Tension is rising, you know, and they might actually expose Trump some more to force him to turn back, because that's what they do. They holding that shit over his head, blackmail, and they got more shit, man. They might lock this nigga up, or they might put him to death. Who knows? But like I said, prophecy is going to prevail. Okay, or this could be all some act, you know, fake it to the midterms. Boom, back to battle, you know. But the strait is gonna be closed regardless, you know. Hey, so we'll see what happens, but prophecy, like I said, is going to prevail, man. All right, these are the Lord's words, all right, and no one is gonna draw it back, as the scripture says, you know. So wanted to come back with that video. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai, Ba'ashem Al-Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the for elect. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Shalom, Kwame Sharala, and the Bible Ball.